Coming up in today's video, guys, we have some old dark wax and a very, very deep, big old plug in the ear canal as well. My name is Rhys Barber. I'm one of the audiologists here at Audiology Associates.
And my name is Taylor Green, and this is my patient first. It generally tends to be my patient first when Rhys is starting. So.
That's how you can tell.
That's how you know. That's how you know.
See?
So we've got the standard size Zollner tube, which is our general size tube that we use for most cases.
Yeah.
Got a good movement already. I honestly thought this was going to get quite trapped, and I thought it was going to be quite a tricky one to remove, but we got some good movement here. Bit of a wiggle, and out she comes.
Look at that.
In and out.
That's brilliant. Tacking really nicely, actually, considering, because you never can tell with these big old plugs, can you, how they're going to come away from the ear canal.
And it's always these little bits that always take the longest.
Yeah, the massive plugs like straight out, and there's always the teeny tiny, or you'll get one little lift of skin that ends up being an entire canal peel.
It doesn't look it on the videos, but when you're actually doing the procedure, there's such awkward angles.
Yeah.
Because the way the ear canal is shaped, and obviously we use dead straight tubes, they're not bent in any way. It's really, really awkward. But just got little bits of like dry skin and wax here that are left, just doing a little bit of a tidy up.
Yeah, I always struggle with that top right corner. That's always the hardest one to get into for me, I always find. Oh, look at that. That's quite a thick old plug as well. No, that's right.
Very similar. I think this one actually took the longest out of the two, if I can remember. Well,
looking at it though, you have a big hole at the top. You'd imagine that it would be easier because you've got the space to lift them off the base of the canal.
And there we are. That's that lift you got there. It was quite stuck to start with, but as soon as you see it moving quite quickly, it's normally a sign that the whole thing have started coming loose.
Yeah.
But it's not to say that there's not little bits of dry skin holding it in place.
Sometimes as you get that kind of forward momentum, and you'll feel that kind of almost like a spring back when it's just pulling against the skin.
Yeah, coming away quite nicely. You can see there's little bits that are just drawing itself up into the tube. Now we've come to this kind of harder core now. So the wax that the oil has come into contact with has come away quite nicely. We've got this drier sort of center piece now, which is you know, the bulk of what we're removing. So it's very slowly moving. Every little wiggle you can see there is just shimmying it slightly. Couldn't get my words out there. Shimmying it.
So when like I know what I would do, but if with this kind of thing, say if you had this piece of wax here that's kind of moving a little bit, at what point would you think, okay, perhaps we need to use some curettage? Well, I mean, what would be your kind of go-to sign? You would think, I got to switch it up here.
I would more than likely say if I start pulling it forwards and there's a little, oh there we are, and if there's a little gap above the wax, if it's moving quite freely, I'd probably switch over and do. I know I have this time, but I would, you know, attempt to use some curettage at that point to create a little bit more space.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, if it's a very, very sticky, wet wax, I probably wouldn't.
No.
Just because it's, you know, if you've been fans of the channel for a while, you'll know that really soft and sticky wax generally tends to just squash itself all in the ear canal, and it just makes our job twice as hard.
I tend to find it's like you said, as you're pulling, if you're getting that little bit of resistance there with the suction, I would probably go in with a bit of curettage. I'll find I'll curettage this particular consistency a little bit more, this kind of clay type of wax. Yeah. Definitely, yeah. Yeah,
you can see how dark this back piece is as well. It's been in there a little while, this one, to be fair, but I'm trying to hold the Jobson horn right into the center of that wax to draw the front section forward, because you sometimes see it, and we've said it a couple of times, but when you see the wax kind of just pop up out of view from underneath, you think, oh yeah, there it is. Here it comes.
Especially when you get this fold, because you look like you've got a grip on it, it just folds the leading edge, and you think, oh, I might be able to just dig into that deeper, harder bit of wax and just pull that forwards now. Yeah.
Yeah, but you can see. Yeah, we are.
There you go. That's the movement.
That's what we're looking for. But even if it doesn't get all of it away, it generally tends to pull forwards the deeper sections anyway. Yeah. And this is literally what this is what we're removing now at the moment, is that deep kind of, you know, deep wax that was potentially stuck up right against the eardrum, because that was quite a tricky one compared to the other side. The other one just flew out.
Yeah. The thing is, when it's deeper like that, you're not always in the realms of being able to use curettage then, I mean, I know, like, Connor mentioned one of your videos that you did, one of your removals where you actually took, you managed to get it off the eardrum with a Jobson horn, but, sometimes that's just not the case. And, and a lot of practitioners might not feel confident enough to get down there and kind of do that. And that's why I think the endoscope makes a massive difference. It really helps because you can judge that distance really, really well.
Really interesting, actually. One of the videos coming up soon is that same gent that we just mentioned about me taking the wax away from the eardrum with the Jobson horn.
Oh, is it the same chap coming back? Oh, yeah. Cool. There we go.
Came back a bit more regularly, and it was a little bit easier this time. It wasn't as deep, but it's coming up again soon.
Oh, there we are. So we got that coming through. This is my removal, and it's deep, it's impacted, it's old.
I've got the bruising on the side there as well. What's going on there?
How they got that. So yeah, a little bit of cotton bud use going on in there as well. Somebody said to me the other day in the comments that I keep referring to stuff as cotton buds, Q-tips, but Americans refer to it as cotton buds sometimes as well. So we might just stick to cotton buds because the Q-tips was really alien to say because I'm used to say that. But you've got this. Look how impacted this is. It is just jammed in there.
And it's one of the many reasons why we always advise against cotton buds.
We keep banging this drum.
It impacts it, and this is what happens. It goes solid in some cases.
Absolutely rock solid, and that's what's happened here. It just, and because it's been pressed against those canal walls, it's just stuck. It doesn't want to come out. It's kind of welded there. It doesn't want to come off. We do get it out because me and Taylor are awesome, but it does come away. So we're just gonna peel this section off the side.
I was literally just going to say that I had one the other day that I couldn't do, and then you said we do it every time.
Don't tell him that.
I know. No, and to be fair, the particular gent who I couldn't remove, and this was both sides. I'm no word of a lie. It was like trying to remove concrete, like harder than this. I could not budge it. Anytime I was getting a little bit of movement, there was a bit of sort of resisting. So this needs to be softened. So to be fair, again, we advised using drops, but there was none used. So
this is why we always say, and we do talk about it on the video, if you're going to come for microsuction, it does make a heck of a difference if you can put some olive oil in there before you come along. It really does help to loosen. Like for instance, this one here, it's debatable whether oil went in there at all. I've got one coming up. I think when I edited it in, I think I'm in there for 18 minutes worth. Patient was sat in the chair for about 3/4 of an hour to try and get the wax out. We did do it, but there was just no oil. That is coming up for you guys soon as well. Don't forget, guys, if you do enjoy the videos, you can always like, heart, share, follow, and subscribe for us. If you have an earwax problem, check out the link tree in the description. You can book yourself an appointment with myself and the lovely Mr. Taylor Green. Really love the videos. Why not become a member as well, guys? You can do that for extra waxy goodness every single week on YouTube as well, guys. So we just got a good grip on this side section. That's what we wanted. Taylor Green, out that comes.
You'd obviously popped some oil in.
I had, yeah, sorry, I talked over that bit. Yeah, I'd put some oil in just to help it a lot.
That's why it's wet.
And you can see the difference that made just by putting a little bit of olive oil in there. It makes a huge difference. But look at that. Ouch.
Ooh, it's painful.
We forgot to do the ruler shot measurements at the beginning one, but it was more than this. This is a centimetre.
Sorry, that's my fault.
3/8 of an inch. There you go, guys, on that one. Well, guys, thank you again for watching our video today. And as always, guys, take care of yourselves.
Take care of your ears.
And take care of one another. And myself, lovely Mr. Taylor Green. We'll see you again real soon. Bye, everybody.
Bye.